Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing my July monthly favorites, and boy do I have a lot of stuff for you guys. I have so many favorites this month, so many new products I discovered. I really think it's because I'm really trying to do more tutorials, so I've been trying a lot more makeup products out. I actually filmed this look today as a first impressions makeup tutorial, so you'll probably see that maybe next week. But anyways, before we get started, if you are new, then welcome to my channel. Make sure before you leave, you do not forget to subscribe down below. That way you're notified for future videos from me. I do post twice a week, so I post on Sundays and Wednesdays, and then I throw in some bonus videos in here and there. But I have a feeling this favorites is probably going to be long, so let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so the first product I am so excited to talk about, and this is the Too Faced Born This Way powder. I have been raving non-stop about this powder. I could not stop talking about it. I'm sorry. I know I posted about it on Snapchat and Twitter and Instagram and everywhere else, but this is seriously amazing. I don't know what it is about this powder, but it seriously like blurs away your pores and imperfections. It's like magic in a powder. And for me, I've just noticed that my pores have been a lot bigger lately, and it's honestly been making me really self-conscious. And so this stuff really does blur it away. I don't have it on today, but I can leave a video link down below for you guys of just like a first impressions tutorial on this. And I was honestly shocked. Like I kept going like this and like back and like looking in the mirror because I could not believe how flawless this makes your makeup look. It is honestly amazing, and I think it would be great for any kind of skin, whether you're oily or dry. But I really recommend this powder. I think that out of every single setting powder that I've ever tried, this hands down would be my favorite. So yeah, that is the Too Faced Born This Way powder, and I'll leave everything we talked about linked down below, but this has to be my #1 favorite this month. Also, my other #1 favorite this month is you guys. I do want to say how much I appreciate all your love and support. We have grown so much in the past month. It's been super crazy, and I will have a 200,000 subscriber giveaway coming super soon. We're leaving for the beach this week, so I will be getting probably stuff at the beach while we're there to get ready for that. I've already been making some orders here and there, so I just want to say thank y'all so much. I love y'all, and y'all are the best. And yeah, let's keep on going on with the beauty stuff. Okay, my next favorite this month is another thing that has been blurring out my pores. And this is the YSL Blur Primer. And I don't know why. I feel like I got a sample of this like a long time ago, and I don't think I really liked it. But anyways, I'm so glad that I was lucky enough to actually try this again, because like I said, I've been having skin issues that I really didn't have before. And this stuff is like no joke. You put it on and it has a really good texture to it. Like I really like the consistency of the primer, but it just kind of wipes away pores, imperfections, and everything, and leaves you with a really nice flawless base to go ahead and put your foundation on. So again, I have been loving the Blur Primer this month. And I really like the little like gold sparkles it has. You can't see that on the face, but I really do like it. I have like a ton of face products this month. So the next thing that I've been loving is the Pop Beauty powders. I think this is actually supposed to be a powder foundation, but you can use it as a powder foundation or as a powder. And I am obsessed with these. I cannot believe how good they are. I've never tried anything from Pop Beauty until I got these in the mail. They did actually send these to me, but I cannot stop using them. I've used them as a setting powder, and I've used them as a bronzer, and I love them both ways. They just have such a smooth finish, and they're so pretty on the skin. They're so blendable, and I do not know why more people aren't talking about these, because they're so good. And they're actually like a pretty big size too. So like here is the size of the packaging, and just to kind of show you, oh gosh, they are so creamy. There is the shade #5. I've been using that one as like an overall setting powder. And then #6 and #7 I've been using as a bronzer. So they're those kind of side by side, but they are just so creamy and so pretty. I just absolutely love how they blend onto the skin. They just feel like butter, and I love them so much. I mean, I have been so excited to film this video. I feel like I've made so many new discoveries this month that are just super like hype products that I just couldn't wait to talk to you guys about. So yeah, Pop Beauty, I don't know. I haven't really tried a lot of their other products. Actually, I haven't tried any of their other products. So if you guys have like a favorite from Pop Beauty that you think I should try, let me know down below, because I would really like to try more from this brand with how like impressed I am with this product. As much talk as there has been this past month about the JACLYN Hill palette, I have to include it in my favorites. I've used it so many times this month and I honestly love this palette. I did get a backup just so I have it in case. I don't know if they're going to continue to restock. But the only thing I really hate about it is how messy it gets. You may or may not be able to see this, but it has like brown shadow and purple all over it. But I've been like really going in on this palette. Here is what it looks like. I'm sure you guys have already saw so many other people talk about it, but I had to include it in my favorites. What I love is, for me, if I'm like getting glam for daytime, that to me is like a really nice, pretty, shimmery pink on the eyes and then some warm tone browns in the outer corner. And this is my perfect everyday palette. I just love it because I have 3 different pinks that I can choose from, and these pinks are absolutely fabulous. The formula is a lot different, I feel like, personally, than the other Morphe palettes. They are very, very blendable. They're really pigmented. Like, these actually remind me of the Makeup Geek Fold Shadows. They're really, really nice, really buttery. It only takes like 1 swipe of your brush to get like that super pigmented payoff, and they're just so pretty for daytime. Especially that middle shade, like that is my absolute favorite. And there are some cons to the palette. I did do a review this month, so I can leave that down below. Lots of stuff down below. But I just really do love it. And then I have been loving just to kind of mix basically some of these browns right in here in my outer corner. But I do really, really like this palette, and I have gotten so much use out of it, and I will continue to use it. So I had to include it in my favorites. Okay, the other palette I've been loving is the I Love Sarah E and ColourPop collection. And I think ColourPop shadows are some of the best shadows in my opinion. I really, really like them. And they come out with so many different colors all the time that I think it's great because you can keep adding more to your collection and they're really inexpensive. So this is the I Love Sarah E collection, and it came out I think this past month. But this to me is like my everything palette as well. I already bought 2 backups because I wanted these shades in my kit and I wanted a backup too. So again, just like I said, if I'm going for that perfect everyday look for me, it is a kind of pinky shimmer shade on the lid, warm tones on the outer corner. This palette is so perfect, and this is probably like in my top 5 of shimmer eyeshadow shades. It's so gorgeous. Let me swatch this for you guys, and it's so, oh, so creamy. So here are those 4 shades swatched on the fingers. But I'm just telling you, they're so, so pretty. Like, as soon as I used that pinky lid shade, it was love at first swatch. I mean, honestly, this, again, is like my perfect combination. I love this palette. They had it marked down, I think, for $12. I don't know exactly how much it is currently, but if you haven't got your hands on this, I would really recommend picking it up. These palettes are really creamy, and it's such a good travel palette. Because, you know, you can just do all over shimmer, or you can do shimmer and like the light brown, and then you can spice it up when you go out. But I love these shades. Oh my gosh, I just love that shimmer shade. It's just so gorgeous to me. And there are those shades swatched. But I really love this. You're like, okay, I get it, Danielle. You love it, you love it. Okay, the next product is also from YSL, and this is the Radiant Touch. It's basically like a brightening concealer pen. And what I've been doing this month is really mixing this in with other darker concealer shades just to give me a little bit of brightness. But for me, I don't like a super, super bright under eye. Like, I don't go 2 or 3 shades lighter with my concealer. I like for it to be around the same tone as my skin. And then I have just been going in with this and lightening it up a little bit. This is the shade Luminous Vanilla. It's just like a light kind of yellow undertone shade. I do not like pink undertones under my eyes. I always like a yellow undertone. So this has been perfect, and it is really creamy. So especially with some concealers that I have that may be like kind of drying, this has really been good to mix in because it kind of just like makes it creamy and makes it easier to blend. Speaking of blending, and this is so dirty, so do not judge me, but this is the L'Oreal sponge, and I really like this, and I've been using this for like the past 2 weeks. But basically this is the same exact size as the Morphe sponge that I really like as far as the shape goes. but I like the material better. Like it's a lot softer and it doesn't feel as like rubbery as the Morphe one does. I really like the Morphe one for a while, but then as you use it a lot more and you squeeze it, it kind of just like stays in place. I don't know, it's very weird. But I do really like this one. Again, it's the same shape. And for me, like I used to love the Beauty Blender, but for some reason I just feel like it keeps getting smaller. Like this is like really nice and thick. I think it's only $7.99, but it's thick and I don't know, I just like the size of it. So yeah, that's the L'Oreal sponge. Some skincare stuff that I've been using this month. The first thing is going to be the IT Cosmetics Anti-Aging Armor, and this is a 50 SPF. This has a tint to it. It's a little bit of a weird tint. It's like a brown, but it's kind of like a grayer undertone. I have no idea, but I do really like it. It's very thin, and I love how it kind of like blends into the skin. I've been using this before I put on my foundation just to like have sunscreen throughout the day. And again, that's the IT Cosmetics Anti-Aging Armor. And then for moisturizers, I've been kind of mixing these two back and forth. I've been using the Believe, the True Cream Moisturizing Balm, and I've been using this at night. I've actually been mixing it in with some old drops, but yeah, I really do like this. It's pretty thick, but it's very, very moisturizing. And then I've also been using the Ole Henriksen Sheer Transformation Perfecting Moisturizer. I do like this for daytime underneath my foundation, and I feel like it just really does moisturize the skin. So I've been liking that as well. And then a couple more face products. Like I said, I have a lot of face products. I've been experimenting a lot this month. But the first thing was the Kevyn Aucoin highlighter, and this really pleasantly surprised me in my first impressions video I did with it. But here's what it looks like. This one is the shade Ibiza, and it has just like a really pretty tint to it. It was a lot more blinding, I guess you would say, than what I expected. But here's what it looks like on the finger. It's just a really pretty shade, especially for every day, just to give you like that healthy, glowy look. Or you can really pack it on there and blind people. It's just up to you. But there's that shade right there, and that is Ibiza by Kevyn Aucoin. Now, these last two things, I just tried these out about a week and a half ago, and I have been wearing them non-stop. I could not get enough, so I figured I might as well go ahead and put them in my favorites for you guys. So this is the Smashbox Studio Skin Shaping Foundation Stick, and here's what it looks like. For some reason, like I have a couple foundation sticks, but I never really like loved them. For instance, I know everyone loves the Hourglass, so if you're watching this and you're an Hourglass foundation stick lover, don't be mad. But for some reason, that one for me, like even if I would put a very thin layer on it, always got cakey. So this one, you can make it very natural. Like if you just put one layer on, it is very natural looking. And I was honestly surprised. I love full coverage foundations, but I actually really like this whenever I wore it last weekend and I did it more like natural. But then this week I've been wearing it to work, and I've actually been doing like 2 layers of it, and I really do like it even built up. It's very, very creamy. Like it honestly looks wet when it goes onto the skin, and it takes like nothing to blend it out. It blends so easy. You don't even have to, I don't know, like you don't have to go in hard with your Beauty Blender. Like you just can pounce it around and it just blends like a dream. But anyways, I'm in the shade 3.0, and here's what this looks like. And you can even see when you apply it to the skin, it looks wet. It's so creamy. I cannot even begin to explain the creaminess of this. And then I haven't actually used the contour side, but this is the contour shade, and it's just there to give you a really nice contour. Again, I do think the contour shade would be really nice, especially because if it's the same formula as the foundation, it's going to be amazing. So again, that's the Smashbox Studio Skin Sculpting Foundation Stick, and I love it. Another thing to go with that is the Lancome Translucent Powder. This is a silky loose powder, and I'm in the shade 400. I love this with my skin being tan. There's something about like the Too Faced powder I really love, but in the past with me using a all over translucent powder, sometimes it washed me out. So what I've been liking to do is go in with the Too Faced powder like in this triangle to blur out pores and then like the stuff I'm kind of self-conscious about. And then I've been loving to go in with this all over the face because it brings color back into my face as a beautiful like bronzy golden tint to it. and it's very thin. So yeah, I've been really liking this product this month as well. And then the very last products, of course, is going to be the lipsticks. And this month I have been loving the Melted Latex lipsticks. I'm actually wearing one right now. This one is in the shade Hot Mess, but these are such a different formula. They are a liquid lipstick, but with almost a gloss texture, kind of. They don't dry down all the way, and they do have almost a little bit of a thicker consistency, not in a bad way, but they are so pigmented. Like, you have no idea. So here is the first one. This is the one I'm wearing. Okay, and there's that one right there. That is called Hot Mess. Now, along with these 3 shades, and I didn't bring it like up here to show you guys, but there's another shade called Girl on Top, and that is what I love to put on top of these. It does make the formula like a lot more slippery, if that makes sense. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but I would definitely recommend picking up the Girl on Top too, because it just kind of changes the formula a little bit, and it makes them so comfortable. They're not uncomfortable, but it makes it not where it's sticky. Like, it's a little bit tacky, if that makes sense, but with the Girl on Top, it's not. Okay, the next one's Love You Mean It, and this is just like a really pretty coral shade. These shades are just so perfect for summer, and that's Love You Mean It. Okay, and then the very last one is Love You Long Time, and it's just like a baby pink shade, but those have been my favorites from the Melted Latex collection. So yeah, that is going to complete my July favorites. Like I said, I had so many favorites, and I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know down below what your favorites were this month, if I need to pick up some stuff for first impressions that you guys have been loving. And yeah, I love y'all so much. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!